fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Gamer, Geeks, and Hunger Hub sets from the Transformers BotBots Ruckus Rally line from Hasbro. So I thought BotBots was long dead, but these have started to show up. I know that they did have them available on Hasbro Pulse a while ago, like as full sets that were crazy expensive. And then these started showing up at Ross. So I found these two at Ross, which is kind of like a discount store, similar to like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's or Five Below, something like that. They were $4 a set, so I feel like that's $1 a BotBots, pretty good price. I'm not hugely into BotBots. I have a decent amount from back in the day. But I've kind of moved on from them. I had no idea there was a Netflix show. You can see the Netflix logo here on the packaging. I looked it up. Apparently there is a Netflix show. I would put a screenshot, but Netflix doesn't let you take screenshots, so there we are. But yeah, the packaging is kind of cool. You know, there kind of has this tire motif, and it kind of looks like they're in the spokes of the tire. I guess that's what the Ruckus Rally is. I haven't watched the Netflix show at all. And again, I'm not trying to get fully back into BotBots, but I thought the price was right. And I kind of thought a lot of these were cool. I really like the waffle and the chunk of watermelon. And then they did one as the Autobot symbol, which I thought was kind of cool. So I grabbed these two sets just to check them out, but probably not like going all in. Now they did a couple sets with vehicles that I'm kind of interested in, but I haven't seen those at Ross yet. So I'll have to keep checking. Some fun artwork here on the back. I love the little slice of watermelon is like a guy with a necktie, which I just think is really fun. So I'm going to go ahead, get these two sets open here, and we'll take a closer look. So here are the two packs out of the box. There's actually a hidden one in each pack, so you get 5 per pack. So it's even better deal than I thought. We have the Gamer, Geeks, and the Hunger Hubs. Now, some of these are definitely reuses from the previous line, and I'll kind of go through them and point out the ones that I can definitely tell. Some of them may be new. I'm not 100%. I definitely do not remember the Autobot symbol, and I also don't really understand how he fits in with the Gamer Geeks. Most of them are pieces of technology, which makes sense. But he's like a pixelated kind of 8-bit Autobot symbol. His name is Retro Recon. I don't get it. But anyway, transformation for him is pretty simple. Oh, there's no paint on the back, just to point that out. You're going to just kind of go ahead, grab this section here, and then this section, and just kind of pull, and everything will pop out. This unfortunately doesn't stay up very well. I kind of wish you could tilt it back or like it locked into place or something, but it is what it is. You do have some arm swivel here, and you can kind of fold these back to kind of reveal the little hands that are in there. But he doesn't really have proper feet. He just has legs, and then the mouth of the Autobot symbol is just his feet. So, not bad. Kind of cool. Next up, this was the secret hidden one. This is Joystick. Now, I feel like this was used previously as a camera. I feel like it was a camera, and I think they just kind of painted it differently here and maybe removed a piece or something to be a joystick. I could be wrong about that. But basically how this works is these are going to flip out to the side to form hands, kinda. This is going to tilt back to reveal the face. And then the feet are going to flip forward. And I don't know if mine is warped, but it can only go to about here, because then it kind of hits these two spots. It might be to kind of have him tilted back because he is kind of heavy, especially back heavy, and it does help with that. Then we're going to flip this section and then flip this section up to make kind of like a little shooter with a crosshair. So he's kind of cool. Not a ton of detail. I mean, the paint here is nice. He's got the giant red eye, and I do like the paint for the crosshair there. But doesn't really have well-defined hands or anything like that, but BotBots seldom do. So next up we have Gamer Guy 1027. And I don't remember this one, so this might be a new one. Now, he's got this little mouse here, but this is constantly falling off. You can take it off completely if you want. You can peg it in, whatever you want. But I'm going to take it off for the moment. Basically, they want you to pop out a second screen from the top here, but it's pretty snug. And honestly, it's very difficult to get out of here. There we go. Okay, so it's just a second screen. I don't know if he's supposed to have two faces or if this one's fake. Then you're going to flip the hands out down here, and then you're going to flip the legs from underneath. Now he's got a ball joint here. Because of this, he's got another ball joint, so you can kind of give him elbows if you want. No articulation in the feet. And then as far as the mouse goes, you have a couple options. You could kind of peg it up here if you just wanted this, storage like a tail. I guess they don't really come with directions, which is another thing that I was kind of bummed with. There's no real directions telling you how to transform these things. It just comes with like a checklist page. And they just kind of show him with it like this. So I think that's kind of weird. I kind of like to take it off and then just kind of store it back here. Just so it's a little out of the way. But yeah, there's Gamer Guy 1027. Now, I don't know what's going on with this one. This one is called Jetaway. I guess it's supposed to be a jetpack, which is weird, but okay. I also don't know what this piece is supposed to be, because this kind of almost looks like the lens of a camera, or why that's on the front of a jetpack, I don't know. But you're supposed to rotate this up here, and then this section flips down to reveal the face. I also don't know why there's a yin-yang symbol, but there we go. Pull the arms out here, and then you can turn those. And then the legs are supposed to extend. And the picture makes it look like they extend further down, but I can't get it to go any further than that. So there we go. That's Jetaway. And then last up for the Gamer Geeks here, we have Scratchmouth. I assume he's supposed to be a Roomba. I'm not 100% sure, but he is 100% absolutely a reuse of the hockey puck from the original series. So if we flip this out, I think the arms are supposed to extend, aren't they? Maybe not. Maybe you just lift up the helmet. It's not really... There we go. Okay, so the helmet lifts up. I thought the arms extended out, but I guess they don't. But you can tell he's definitely got a hockey helmet. He's got the face like he has a chipped tooth. He definitely was a hockey puck. Here it just kind of looks like a Tron helmet, like back from the original 80s Tron, which I don't necessarily hate. But yeah, he definitely was a hockey puck. But I repurposed it as a Roomba. I guess that works. So that is Scratchmouth. He needs some paint. He's really got no paint whatsoever. I mean, all of the paint is for the Roomba mode. And even that, I feel like, is not that much. So I don't know if there's like a paint budget per pack. And that's how they decide which ones are going to go in the pack. But, I mean, this guy doesn't have a ton either. They spent all his on that yin-yang symbol, which is kind of weird. So, I don't know. 5-pack, okay. I think the Autobot symbol's cool. I kind of like the little computer dude. Joystick's not bad. These two are definitely the most underwhelming to me. But we're going to move in now to the Hunger Hub pack. This is the one I think I'm most excited about. This guy's name is Don Melone. And you flip this section down to reveal these shades and the necktie, which I absolutely love. The hands pop out here from the side, which can be a little difficult. There we go. And then the legs are definitely the most difficult. So you have to kind of pull out. All right, they're cooperating. We'll see. I feel like getting one out makes the other one more difficult. But if you can pop this out of here. Yeah, this is not cooperating. There we go. All right, so you pull the legs out. And they have like little lips and things. Like you can see how that's like a little bit further extended so you can kind of get your nail under there to grab it out. But they don't always work that great. So technically you can swivel the legs side to side. You have a ball joint here for the arm so you can move that around a little bit, but it's very stiff. But he's just fun. I just like him. He's a little watermelon mafia don, and that's fantastic. And I like him quite a bit. So there you go. There's Don Melone. Next up, we have this giant waffle, and his name is Waffle Netic. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. Legs flip out like that. Little arms flip out from the sides, and then this just slides up to reveal the face. And it's quite an amazing face. He's like yawning, I don't know, or maybe he's just strange kind of monster face, but yeah, he's great. I love him. I love the Waffle. I think that works really well. I think he's a ton of fun. Next up, we have Brock O. Lonely. And I'm assuming that's just because nobody likes broccoli. I definitely think this was a reuse from the earlier one. I definitely feel like I've seen this before. But you just slide this up and you can kind of tilt it back. And I kind of wish that's how the piece over here worked for Retro Recon. Because you do have to pull it up, but then you can also tilt it back so that it, you know, reveals the face and stays revealed. And then you just pop these sections open for the arms. And that's it. Now they're on ball joints, so you can move them around a little bit. But it looks like the legs should extend, but I don't believe they do. So there you go. He's got a fun little face. That is Brock O. Lonely. Next up we have this turkey. And this guy's name is Cold Turkey. You actually take the legs off, which I think is really fun. If you wanted to use this with some 6-inch figures or something, you could pretend like they're eating turkey legs or something like that. I think that's kind of funny, maybe even 4-inch figures. But then you're going to pop the legs down like that, pull the head up, and again, this is a little difficult. There we go, pull the head out from there. And then you're going to flip out the chicken wings as the arms, which I think is kind of fitting and hilarious. So you pull that out, and then you can swivel it forward. And then he can actually hold the drumsticks as weapons, which I think is pretty cool. Very few BotBots actually have accessories. So he can kind of hold them in his hands. Now they do have the giant pegs hanging out. I try to put them in the back. But that's fun. I think that's really cool. He's got a fun little face. He doesn't hold them super well. It's kind of difficult to get them into the hands, but it's still cool that you can do it. Try to jam them in there. The feet are kind of super boring, and it just looks like a block, and you just see 2 tiny little feet. But the head's kind of fun. I like that. And I like that he can hold the drumsticks. I think that's pretty cool. And then last up, this was the secret one. This guy's name is Dud Spud. Now I will say that the color scheme from the like checklist shows that the fries are a much darker orange, which doesn't really make sense. This is what colored French fries are. And I definitely remember this one from the previous wave, so this is definitely a repaint. So you're going to flip the legs around, but before you do all the way, you kind of have to pull the arms out so that there's room for the legs to flip around, and then these just kind of swivel. And then you have to come around to the back and flip this section up, and then that way you can rotate this all the way back and reveal the head. It's a simple head, but I think it works, and he kind of has, like, you know, a mullet going on here, which is kind of fun. I like this one a lot, honestly. It's simple, but, you know, you can swivel the arms. I like the French fries. I like the hair down the back. I think that's cool. So all in all, I think that's pretty cool. Now, if I had to compare the two sets, I think the Hunger Hubs definitely won out over the Gamer Geeks. I just think, you know, as a whole, these are a lot more fun. Brock O. Lonely, he's probably my least favorite of the 5, but he's fine. I love the watermelon. I love the waffle. The French fry guy's cool. I actually really like the turkey as well. Whereas over here, I like kind of these 3. These 2 are just so drab. Maybe they should have picked a different color, or maybe just added some more paint. I'm not really sure. But, I mean, again, for $4 for a set of 5, I think they're worth it. I think they're a lot of fun. What I would advise is just if you go to the store and you find some of these packs, the nice thing about it is it's clear plastic. You can see exactly what you're getting, with the exception of the hidden one underneath. But, you know, just pick whatever set of 4 looks coolest to you. I mean, that's really all there is to do with BotBots. Or if you're crazy enough, collect them all. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. I think they said there's over 75 in this Ruckus rally. So if you want to get crazy, try to collect them all. I definitely want to try to get some of the vehicles. They do show them off here. So it's a piece of pizza that turns into a vehicle. I really want this one, the video game controller that kind of turns into this, like, aircraft. I just think that's really cool. So, I mean, to me, BotBots, vehicles and playsets, I think they definitely would have benefited from that. I wish they had kind of introduced that earlier on. Because when you have figures this small, it's easy to do, you know, playsets and vehicles and things for figures this small. So, I definitely want to find those if I can. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, BotBots are fun. They're not overly complicated. Honestly, the hardest part is figuring out how they transform because they don't give you instructions anymore. I mean, not that they're so complicated that you need them. It's usually very apparent. But for some things, it would be nice. I think the only one I was kind of stumped on was Joystick at first. And it was really just kind of figuring out what the order was. And also figuring out that the legs were not going to extend all the way down. But yeah, they're fun. I mean, I definitely wouldn't... I think originally these are supposed to be like $10, $12, $15 a piece for a set of 5. And that seems a little bit too much to me. But, you know, $4 or $5 for a set of 5, I think that's perfectly good. And I'm having fun with them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you have a favorite from this set? Are you getting back into these? I mean, there was definitely kind of a long hiatus. And then they just kind of came back, but I think they were like Pulse exclusive, and now they're showing up at the discount stores. So there's definitely been a minute in between the releases. So I was a little hesitant to get back into them, but I'm having fun with them. So let me know what you guys think. Are you collecting them again? Who's your favorite from the 2 sets I reviewed today? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.